Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Big T, been a trader for 2 years. Just thought I should do a little bit of introduction before I get into the analysis. I've been trading for 2 years and I thought it would be a great idea for me to share my experience thus far and start documenting my journey on YouTube because I understood that I might be helping a lot of traders out there who might be encountering a couple of challenges with trading. It might be challenges that I've already overcome or challenges that I'm still gonna go through. So I'm just excited to share this journey with you guys. Um, I'm thinking of making this a young course or series because I'm gonna be providing consistent content in the beginning of the week. I'm gonna be giving you guys market breakdowns. And then during the week, I will drop another video to give you updates on the analysis we've had or the forecasts or the predictions we've made. And then at the end of the week, we're gonna do an evaluation or assessment to see what we did wrong or what we did right based on the analysis we had at the beginning of the week. So we're gonna basically be comparing the market before and after and see what you know adjustments we can make going forward. So I'd like to think of this as a course. And yeah, I'm excited to just be there and go through this journey with you guys. And I know a couple of people have already clicked off the video because every beginner trader is looking for something, and if they don't see that thing in the first 5 seconds, they're gone. So it's okay. But the one thing I can tell you is that there's no secret, there's no holy grail, or there's no indicator or secret that anyone could tell you to make you profitable by tomorrow. The secret is in showing up every day, doing the work, and just noting down the small things that you see in the markets every day, building up a whole system. The secret comes with an edge. The secret is actually building an edge from the ground up. Some might say, okay, you need a mentorship. Excuse me. You need a mentorship for that, but then I never had mentorship. The edge that I have that I'm about to demonstrate here is something that I've built for myself, and all that's left for me is just to respect my old trading rules and my own trading plan. And I think we're gonna see the results. But before wasting any more time, I know I've wasted a lot of time already, let me just get into the analysis. Don't forget to like and subscribe, y'all. And if you really like the content, if you really enjoy the content, please share. But then let's just see. This is my first video, as you can notice. So let's see what we have here. I'm gonna start by analyzing GBPUSD. First of all, let me just show you my watch list. I only trade GBPUSD, AUD, JPY, USDZAR sometimes. I also analyze my DXY just to get an idea of what the dollar is planning on doing. And then I also trade gold, you know. So I'm just gonna going forward, I'm just gonna break it down on why I specifically chose these pairs and what are the benefits of trading each and every one of them. Because yeah, I'm not really a fan of just going on searching pairs and just looking for the one with the best setups. I believe in really building a relationship with the pair and learning how it moves. But I guess you can do whatever works for you. So let's get into the analysis for GBPUSD. Overall, we can see that the market on the weekly chart, the market is really bearish. Here's the overall market structure. That's the first step when I analyze. I have to determine the overall. market structure, and we can clearly see that it's bullish because we have our lower high here, lower low, lower high, lower low. This lower low is also broken, but if you look closely, the market broke inside again, broke back inside the previous lower low area, so the trend is still valid, because for us to say the trend is reversed, the bearish trend is reversed, we need to break the lower high first, this area right here. So as long as this is still holding, as long as this area is not broken, we're still on a downtrend on the overall perspective of the market, right? On the weekly, there isn't really much to do. But then if you look closely, you can see that there's a mini trend that happened here, in breaking the lows and everything. So let's just narrow everything down to this trend that happened, from here to here, right? And this was the turning point. Let's see if this trend is still valid. For those who don't know, a trend is valid until, especially a downtrend is valid until the previous or the most recent lower high is broken. So if we look at this right here, right here, okay, if you look at that right there, you'll understand that the previous lower high and lower low is around this area, and it was broken. This area was broken, and price continued to go up. So we can say we are emerging an uptrend. This is really the early stages of an uptrend. But then let's go down to the daily time frame. I need you to understand the breakdown of this pair to the T, so that you don't get confused. Getting the market structure is very important, because you don't get carried away, you don't get lost in the sauce in the market, especially during the week when price is moving. You might see a couple of confluences of a certain movement that is totally against your trend, but you will take it because you don't even know what the trend is. So I really recommend getting the trend down, the market structure, understanding who's in control between the buyers and the sellers. And as you can see here, the lower high has been broken. So we can clearly say, or we can officially say, this downtrend right here has been reversed. Now we're going to the upside, right? So now we understand that the overall, the overall trend is bullish. Overall trend is bullish. Make it huge so that whenever you try to do something, whenever you see something, let's make it like, that and it's against what you said at the beginning of the week, it's against like your analysis, you will remember. This will remind you. Can even log it. Let me put it right here. This will remind you, okay, if you're thinking of sales, what are you doing? But then it also depends on someone's trading style. If you can trade against the trend and you can set up your stop loss and your TPs correctly, in the manner, you can do it. At the end of the day, the aim is to make money, guys. If you can follow your own rules, you are already a step ahead, because disciplined traders are really the ones who make money in the markets. Let's lock this as well. Right. So now we have established that the trend is to the upside, and we can argue that this is the higher high now. It's a wave already. The uptrend is already forming a wave. Higher high. No, the higher high. Sorry about that. Is this the, yeah, still recording. All right. Higher high. And we have our high low right here because this one was broken, but the high is still the same. This high didn't break this one, but then this low broke this one. So this low will take the higher low, will take the title of the higher low. If you want me to go deeper into the higher high and higher low explanation and everything, let me know in the comment section, because not everybody understands the higher high and higher low. And another thing, a disclaimer, I'm not going to be teaching basic trading. Like, this channel is really aimed at people who've been trading and they think there's something missing in their trading, or there's a secret that they don't know, or there's an indicator, a secret that they can discover and then become a profitable trader. And this channel is just to let you know that, man, just doing everything that you have to do every day and showing up and, taking taking note of the smallest things that happen in the market and paying attention to detail is really what's going to make you successful. So for those who want to start from the basics and learn how to trade, just stick with me. I might plug you with the best teachers, the people that really taught me from the get-go. Taught me, I mean, like watching their YouTube videos, because I never really had a mentor. So I watched their videos. So I'd like to think of them as mentors, because I watched their videos and yeah, I really learned a lot from their content. So okay, Sharp, this is what we have. I And then we want to see the interaction of the market with this trend right here, because you can already tell here that it respected it. And I also prefer like drawing my trend line at the week, or at the rejection of the candle, or at the lowest of the candle, because it gives you the overall idea of what price is capable of doing. I used to just draw by the body of the candle like this, but then I realized that I used to experience a whole lot of fake outs and I used to be very confused on what the market is doing. But then with the wick, I know that, okay, when it gets to the line, if it's really respecting, it's just gonna touch, or just a fake out will be respectable as still, it will be respectful of the trend line, and then still go up. That's if it goes up. But then if the price again, the trend line is still by the thingy like this, by the body, then we know, right? We get shaken very easily. That's just like the trick that I learned. I don't know if it's really important, but then this is how I draw. I know a lot of people, we have different ways of drawing trend lines. Whatever works for you, man. I just like try and come up with some, crazy theory behind this, but then I don't know. It won't make sense. It won't make sense to everybody. Okay, Sharp. Let's go to our 4 hour and see, because now we want entries for the upcoming week. We want to see what's going to happen this coming week. So on our 4 hour, we can clearly see that price is, is still respecting the bullish trend. And if we zoom in, you will see that there's actually a very healthy uptrend on the inside here. We have a trend that's very healthy. I don't know. I'm not really a fan of drawing each and every higher high and higher low structure. I believe in waves. The waves need to make sense. the waves need to make sense in a sense that we can't have this wave here. Let me show you something. This cannot really count. This cannot really count as a wave of a higher high and higher low, you know, because it's small compared to the others. So the bigger the wave, the more significant it is, you know. So if you take account of each and every wave, that's good for you. And if you know you can do that and you still understand, it doesn't confuse you, it's good for you. But then I really like minimizing the waves to like the bigger ones, so that we can really, like, you know, get the full idea of what's really happening in the market. So I only drew this just to see the most recent, because my focus is on the most recent higher high and higher low, or the most recent wave. And my most recent wave has to be this one. This one right here. This one right here. Because I wouldn't say, okay, let's move on. This one right here. So if you really want the lesson on the waves and the lower high, lower low, what qualifies a higher high, what qualifies a higher low, there's, just let me know in the comment section. There's somebody I can recommend for you to teach all these things. Higher low. And then higher high. Sorry, this might be a long video, but please bear with me. This is my first video. I might actually be saying a lot, saying more than necessary, but we will get better. If you stuck until this point, I really appreciate you. We're gonna grow together, man. We're gonna crack this thing. Okay, sharp. So now we can say this is our higher low, this is our higher high. But then now, remember, for the trend to be reversed, the higher high or the higher low should be broken or be tempered with, right? So, and if we look at this, we can clearly see that our higher low hasn't been really broken, you know. It was like a fake out. This was a fake out. Didn't really break. So we can proudly say our higher low is still holding. So the trend is still to the upside, you know. And another guide you may use in this situation to see what price is trying to do is having a trend line like this. Because if you pay attention, price has been respecting this line. There's been closing below the trend line, but then now it broke. I'm so sorry that I'm only doing this video now, because if I had dropped this on Sunday, we would have caught the buys here, honestly, because they're only happening now. I like in my right now it's 2 o'clock, and I'm recording this from South Africa on a Monday. The what's the date? What's the date? The date is the 15th of May. Okay. So yeah, I'm recording this on a Monday, but then I'm just gonna give you an overview for the week of like what we can expect for the entire week. Our high low is still holding. We're still on an uptrend, even though some might argue that, hey, we have a double top, right? The double top, I acknowledge the double top. This might be signaling a reversal going to the downside. But more than anything, let's respect the trend. If the trend is saying, or the market structure is saying we're still going up and the high low still holding, it's still an uptrend, right? Even though we might see like signs of a potential downtrend emerging soon, because double top is really a strong signal for reversal, right? Okay, let's go to the 1 hour. What do we see on the 1 hour? Okay. Now 1 hour really broke the downtrend line. So usually if the market is about to reverse, or the market structure is about to reverse, the trend is about to reverse, price will really attempt to break the higher low, right? First try, fail, and then go back to the upside, and then come back with more power. And usually comes back from the previous higher high, this area right here. This area right here. You understand? So since we missed, I don't know if we really missed this buy right here, but you could take the buy if you see the setup next time, because this is by the time this drops, the setup would have already played out. But then next time you see a setup like this, you can take the buy, especially after this right here. After this right here, I recently learned that this is some liquidity grab. You know, I know a lot of you might be aware of this because you trade maybe SMC or whatever. I don't trade SMC. I just like gathering everything that I think I've seen in the markets. You know, I don't have terms or fancy terms for a lot of things I see in the markets, but then I am aware of them because I show up every day and I note down every single, move that happens. So this is a good sign right here. You see, this is a good sign that, let me do like this. It's a good sign that there was liquidity that was grabbed here, and the buyers now are a bit powerful to go to the upside, because this was a little bit of manipulation right here. So from here, we can tell that, okay, sharp, the higher low is still holding. The pattern here is giving us a go ahead for buys. But I like to really pay attention to detail and check the left hand side of, of the markets, because this is really like what guides us. This is stuff that really happened in real time. So we want to see the interaction with the prices that happens in the market. We want to see what price does next, because you can see this interaction right here. This was a good support, and then we want to see what's going to happen now, because it was a support, became a support again, but then the sellers were just too strong, broke it. It might come and retest it before it goes up. We might also wanna mark this as an area of interest. A price might hold right there, because it's also like on a small scale, this is a downtrend, right? So we will know that our buys are more valid. Let me show you. Higher low. Is it a higher low or lower high? Sorry. I'm sorry, yeah. On a small scale, this is a downtrend, guys. Everything that applies on a big scale, on a bigger time frame and everything, it also applies in a small, So on a small scale, this is a downtrend. And we know what happens when this is broken. We go up, So that might also be a determining factor for it to know if our buys are really that strong, or the double top really made a statement and said, okay, we're going down, we're reversing. If this is broken, we know that, okay, we can still go up until here, you know, we can still go up until here before we actually sell. You know, that's if the double top is really valid. I mean, that's if the double top, but then I really believe that the double top is valid. You know, even though we already established that the trend is to the upside, you know, that this is just like possibilities. We will never know. We will never know with the markets. But for this to happen, I believe that the market will have to create some sort of, you know, some sort of pattern. Some sort of a pattern. That's just like from my own experience. You might want to create the pattern and only drop from somewhere here, you know, to break this higher low and finally go to the trend line, the overall trend, you know, because I really believe that this double top right here made a statement. I'm not gonna lie to you. So let's just watch the market behavior. And because I'm a huge fan of snapper trades, if I was to enter this market, right, depending on what happens here, because I really believe that this is an area of interest, depending on what happens here and depending on what pattern forms, because it's still early in the week, you can't tell what's about to happen. But I would really wait for my sales here because it will be, you know, it would be a low risk entry. You understand? I believe it would be a low risk entry, but let's just see what happens. Let's just see what happens. This is my view on, excuse me, this is my view on GBPUSD. Let's go ahead and let me just deal with the USD pairs first. Yo, what does this give me now? It's not usual for a USD ZAR to have a gap like this. But anyways, let's get into USDZAR. Same procedure. Weekly, let's see what the pattern is saying. I mean, what the trend is saying. Man, this market has been going up ever since. At some point, guys, if you're in SA, at some point, the dollar was equivalent to 4 rand. Crazy stuff. At some point. Now it's skyrocketing. And there's no telling if it's still gonna, you know, go up or drop, because the highest point was really here, and this was back in 2020 during the COVID at 18 bucks. No, it was not 18, it was 19. But then now, let's see what the price is doing now. Let's really see what the price is doing now, because even how it's going up, see the difference of how it's going up. You can see here when it was going up, it was like straight bullish, you know, candle after candle. It's going up, no structure, no nothing. It's just buyers got in here and then vibe. But here, can you see the difference? It's going to the upside in a structural way. You understand? Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. And that's to show that the uptrend is healthy. With the movement like this, the bulls must still push to the upside. But let's just mark our highest areas. Right here. And what else can you pick up from this? This is the lowest it has went in the past, how many years? 2 years, I guess. But then let's just make this our support, because it was just too clean and too, you know, intricate. Yeah, we can have our support right here. Okay, we can clearly see that this is the highest high of all times. This is the high of all times, right? And we want to see how price will interact with this price level right here. Let's go down to the daily time frame and see the relationship or the interaction with the area. You know, I mean, these candles really look strong. You know, they look very bullish, and there's really nothing we can say right now. There's really nothing. All we can do is just to hope to see some sort of, you know, indication as the week goes forward, to see if we can really count on the dollar to reverse from there, because it's at its highest high. And I'm not really the one to trade fundamentals, but we've all been hearing the news of how the dollar might be in danger, or something like that, you know. So I don't really trade fundamentals, but sometimes I just, like, you know, keep a few things in mind so that you know, some moves don't catch me by surprise. But then, okay, let's get done. Let's not get into the politics, guys. Nothing is real. Mine is not real. So let's just focus on getting it anyways. So there's also another pattern here, which I hope would hold. But we would really need a strong reversal pattern somewhere here for us to believe that, okay, the market is gonna sell. You know, if you enter too early, you're gonna get punished. You know, so patience is really virtue, guys. It's not really about a secret. There's no indicator that's gonna tell you that sell now and you're not gonna lose money. There's nothing like that in the market. I'm sorry. You know, the people who master the markets are people who really are patient. You know, if you think about it, there's people who entered here. There's people who entered here, and people who entered here had zero risk. You know why? Because they were patient. They probably saw this coming somewhere here, but they didn't sell. They didn't sell. They waited for the market to play out, and then they thought it was right to come here and buy here. You know? So, guys, patience is really where it's at. And in this YouTube channel, that's what I'm gonna be showing. That's what I'm gonna be preaching. And yeah, I hope we're gonna stick with me so that we get to grow together. And these are the things I've never, you know, been told by anybody. It's just like the experience I've had in the markets. Some of y'all might be aware of some of the things I'm saying because maybe you have mentors and stuff. But yeah, this is what I see. Let's get to the 4 hour. We're really gonna need a pattern for us to start selling, guys. We can't just. We're gonna need a pattern. Let's zoom in. See how price is moving right now? It's very foreign. This is our long broken resistance level, because price was low-key ranging in this area right here. Can see that, but it's just price has been ranging, but then you could tell that it had intentions of going to the upside. You know, the lows kept moving up and up and up and up. If you can clearly see, you know, low here, low here, low here. From here, it shot up. No, from here it really shot up. So now what we are really waiting for really is a pattern, because we can draw all these trend lines. We can draw all these trend lines, but I feel like there's a greater there's a greater manipulation that's gonna come before we actually drop. you know, the market can be dropping already. You see, there's patterns inside of patterns. So if you are patient enough, we're gonna wait for that, for a pattern or a price formation that we're all familiar with before we enter. Because if you're just gonna enter off of the base that, off of the fact that price is at the highest high and it looks like it's ready to drop, you're gonna get punished. You know, I've entered trades like that before, thinking, okay, governing, just because price is going to the downside, I'm on the right path. And right now it might be wrong. You know, deciding on the high or the low of the market is very dangerous and toxic as a trader. So right here, what we might see is some sort of a pattern to continue to the upside fast, you know, something like this. Because I think price is gonna come here to try and cover this gap right here, you know. So what I'm seeing is something like this, maybe, and then price comes to test this area right here, which was some sort of resistance, and then go up. And whatever it does when it comes here, after everything is said and done, that's when we're gonna enter, you know. So now that's what I'm hoping for, but it's still early in the week. Let's see. You see, let's see what the market has for us, guys. This is my view on USDZAR. They might also, you know, create some sort of, I don't know, but then I still see a lot of bullish pressure. I'm not gonna lie to you. Might break the highs, if anything. But then let's just move on. Let's go to gold. And then lastly, we're gonna analyze our, what's happening? Your page unresponsive. Guys, my computer's hella slow. And lastly, we're gonna analyze the DXY and see the sentiments of the dollar, see what it's gonna do. Because do I exit? Let me exit page. Load. Sorry about that, guys. The dollar is really gonna give us the idea, because another thing we should know is that the USDZAR cannot, you know, move like the GBPUSD. They're totally opposites. You know, if the GBPUSD is going up, USDZAR is supposed to go down. But then if the GBPUSD is about to go down, the USDZAR has to go up, you know. So hence, I'm like, there's a lot of determining factors as to which direction or what pattern is about to play out. But as long as we are patient and we know what we are looking for, and then we are good. Let's see. The dollar always moves like in harmony with GBPUSD, because they're all opposite to the DXY. But the USDZAR moves like the DXY. I know we all understand this basic theory. You know, just the highest high with the with the gold. Okay. Let's just use this as support. Okay, so on a weekly time frame, the market has been ranging, basically. You understand? We want to see how it's gonna come out of this one. I mean, it has been going up. It has been a bullish market, but then it got into this. This how it's moving right now. See, it might be coming with something like this. or anything can happen in the market, or it can break to the upside and then you think it's buying and then it's a fake out, it comes down. You understand? So um our role is just to wait and see what happens, and we react. We don't predict, we just analyze to have an idea, but then let's not think by analyzing or predicting. You're gonna get hurt. We just have to react to what the market does. So the gold, so far we can see that there's this clear resistance, there's a clear support. Let's go down to the daily. On the daily, we can clearly see that the market has been bullish for let's just say maybe from here, and we can see it formed a double bottom, which is a very strong signal for a bullish pressure or bullish movement. So the move from here, which is like the 5th of October 2022, it has been bullish, and you can clearly see how it's moving, or even have a higher high and higher low formation. Clean. It's clean. It's a clean chart. You just have to be smart about it and how you tackle it, because you might have clean analysis and then your account reflects something totally different from what you see from the charts. So this is what we see. This wave is pretty big, and the trend still made it alive after this drawdown, still went upside to the upside. So now I was just to see what could really happen. My analysis is very simple, guys. I just don't have terms for, like, fancy terms for some of the things I might see, or some of the, price action that we might see in the market. But, whatever works for you. I like to keep it simple, and, it's easy for me to decide on what I'm going to do when what happens, instead of having like gang indicators and stuff like that. Okay. So we can clearly see that this was a resistance. It held here and it held again here, but then now for the second time, it was not a reversal. It was a drawdown to make a higher low. It was a higher high, higher low, and then it came back, broke to the upside, came to retested, and then went up again, even broke the high it made here. You understand? So you can clearly say the trend is really bullish here. Trend has been bullish, but there's some sort of price action that we need to pay attention to here. I guess it's the higher high and higher low situation. I think we really have a wave here. Because even though it was barely broken, but then this high here was broken. You understand? But then we'll give it a benefit of the doubt. We'll give it a benefit of the doubt, but then by definition, this is a higher high, this is a higher low, because this higher high was broken by this, and this higher low really held. And to break it down some more, we could add another trend. Let's go down to the 4 hour. Can you agree that it was broken, guys? Like, I'd say it broke, but then it was a fake out. It was a fake out because look at how it was still respected when it came back. It broke to the upside, reversed immediately, tried to break again, got reversed again, and then went back. Price went back to the area again, but then it gave a clean retest and dropped. You understand? So the price action is saying, okay, the high might have been broken, but it's still holding. So we'll just have this line right here. And I need to get premium, guys. This is not it. You understand? And we also had this little range here. A couple of weeks ago. And we broke out of it, So it's also important to, take everything into account. Looking at this price action right here, my bias is to the upside. Oh, this might be a range. Oh no, this might be a range, honestly. Let's see what it's talking about. If we add another trend line, first touch, second touch, made a higher high. The third touch really broke, yeah. The third touch really broke the line, which would mean this right here is a signal for a reversal. Is a signal for a reversal because this high failed to break this one. I really believe that it was in attempt, price going up from here was in attempt to make higher highs, especially out of this whole liquidity that was grabbed here, but it failed to even break this high. Failed to break this one. We understand that this one has been disrespected, right? Right here, this right here disrespected this high, but then this failed to break this one still. Understand? I don't know if you understand me. I'm not really good at explaining. Well, I think I am not good at explaining, but please bear with me, guys. I'll improve. So if you look at these highs right here, this failed to break this one after this one broke this one. So it means the bulls are getting weaker and the sellers are getting stronger. Because if price was able to disrespect this high right here after this consolidation, it disrespected the high, right? Made a fake out, came back to the same area or the same consolidation range, and tried to pull this move again. But then this time it even failed to break the previous high, which is this one. You understand? So by that, I would like to think price is really getting bearish. Like the sellers are getting stronger than the buyers here. And as you might recognize this little price action here, you might see that, okay, this might be a break and retest. You understand? If we take this trend line into account, second touch, that touch broke. Now it's retesting. Let me move this here. You understand? Now it's retesting. If anything, it might come back to this resistance right here. This resistance right here. And if you look closely, you might see that it low-key looks like the GBPUSD. But let's not interlink our pairs like that, because it might be confusing sometimes. But yeah, see, now it's even creating a pattern, a consolidation pattern before it really breaks out or breaks down to the to the downside. This is what it's giving. So if I were you, I'd get ready for sales. But I doubt that the sales are just gonna happen on a Monday like this, you know. Price still has to do some sort of manipulation or, you know, liquidity grabbing or whatever. But I would really, you know, I really expect my sales around this area right here. Because if you sell here, you might think price is done and it's retesting this and it's going down. But in actual fact, this is only the second touch and you're not ready for the you know, for the drawdown that might happen after you enter, you know. So I mean, if your account is healthy enough or it's big enough, you could really enter here, because the worst that could happen, the move that you don't want to happen, is gonna happen around this area here, you know, around this area right here, you know. And this is gold, it's very volatile. The spike might be crazy, you know. Price might go all the way and then reject from there, you know, reject from there only to respect this pattern. You understand? So I've learned to just be patient and take note of the timing of the market. The market barely make such moves on a Monday, but you know, we can never know with the markets. But we get it right, guys. Just like the GBPUSD, it has been a good uptrend, but then now it's showing signs of reversal. You know, now it's showing signs of reversal. There was a double top here, and then there was another test to see if price can still go up. It failed. It was even a young, you know, it failed, and then that's how we even saw the breakage of this trend line, because this was a manipulation right here also. This was a manipulation right here. A lot of people sold here thinking it's a retest and it's going to go up, but then they had to take them out first. You had to take them out first before it dropped. So be careful of that. Be on the lookout for that. You know, we need to have such moves written down somewhere so that next time it doesn't catch you. Next time it doesn't catch you. You see, now I'm even clear that by just analyzing, you'll see and understand why I prefer my trend lines to be by the wick. You understand? Because if it was by the wick, you see, as soon as it does something like this, and then it creates some sort of support, as soon as it breaks, right, and it creates some sort of support here, look, it rejected this area right here 2 times. And you know, this type of patterns, once it breaks the line like this, once it breaks the line like this, guys, you expect it to go down, right? I mean, not linearly like how you would want it, not straight up linearly and not stop anywhere, but you'd expect it to maybe, you know, go down some more. You don't expect to see any sort of support or, you know, support right here. So that could have been a red flag for me. If I had entered here, I would have left, or I would have exited the trade right here as soon as it created this rejection here. But yeah, be very careful of such moves. Those are the moves that take money from retail traders, because they know what you think when price does something like this, and then yeah, they're just grabbing liquidity. This move was just to deal with your stop loss. So I like to believe that, okay, sharp, where would I put my stop loss if I was to enter? That's where I should enter, you know, even though it doesn't work every time. Sometimes I miss trades, but it's very important to sometimes, you know, be a couple of steps ahead, even though like it's close to impossible. Your job in the market is just to see an opportunity, apply proper risk management, and then, you know, they're good to go. So here's the pattern we have for gold, and I'm expecting a little bit of traffic around this area. A little bit of traffic around this area right here before it drops, you know. I expect traffic somewhere here before it actually drops. We'll see what it does. We'll see what it does. Let's see what the dollar is saying. Let's see what the dollar is saying, guys. I avoid analyzing the dollar first because I feel like it always creates it always creates a bias for me for the other pairs. After analyzing the dollar, I expect, if let's say the dollar says it's bearish, I will make the GBPUSD bullish and the gold bullish just because the dollar is saying it's bearish. That's why now I start by analyzing my pairs, and they already made sense. We could see the USDZAR is looking more bullish, even though it's at its highest high. Who are we to say that's where it should stop? Could still go higher, and I don't know. We saw the GBPUSD is low key looking like the gold. They look like they're ready to reverse or go to the downside. But yeah, let's just see what the dollar says, really. See how the dollar has been moving, guys. Consolidation and then go up. Consolidation and then go up. Um, so we might be witnessing another story of the same pattern. You understand? We might be experiencing the same pattern. You understand? We might be experiencing the same pattern. You understand? In the sense that price might do something like this, you know. But we don't know. Let's just see. Because I also recognize some sort of price respect in this pattern right here. So on the weekly, it's crazy that we have a pattern on the weekly already. But then let me just I want to see it on my hourly charts. Okay, this really looks familiar, and by the look of things, the overall trend, the overall trend of the dollar right now is clearly bullish, guys. Whether we like it or not, this higher low is still holding. This one right here is still holding. So in the great scale of things, the grand scheme of things, the trend is still to the upside as long as this is holding. But then with the pattern and everything, it might, you might be experiencing a drop. So let's get to the 1 day and see. Let me remove this. Make it more clean. That's the highest high so far. And okay, let's look closely at the market structure and everything. We know I've already broke it down to you that a trend is invalidated as soon as the previous or the most recent higher low is broken. Understand? And in this case, here is our most recent higher low. This area right here. Clean. You can see that, right? Here, higher low. Higher high. Told you I'm only gonna be focusing on the recent. Guys, if you made it this far, oh my goodness, I appreciate you so much. And I know you've already learned something. Well, I hope, I hope, because I know a lot of people already clicked off. I didn't give out a strategy that's gonna make you $1 million tomorrow. But it is what it is, guys. Just, trading is really about showing up every day and paying attention to detail, man. You can't be expecting some miracles or you can't be expecting miracles or holy grail, and you want to make money in the markets consistently. Study this thing, like take it as a scientist. The scientist is gonna go inside the lab for years to come up with something. Try, fail until they get it right. But traders for some reason don't wanna go through the hardships, and a lot of people get into trading, obviously, trying to escape the conventional way of doing things, the metrics and everything, right? And in the metrics, like they're doing what you are looking for, instant gratification, getting shit done quickly, and then you get paid for it, and then it's a 9 to 5, and that's how you live. If you are looking for something that's going to give you money instantly and guaranteed, go look for a job, bro. Part of being a trader and part of respecting this craft is understanding that you are creating something here. You're actually a scientist. This is harder than a lot of people's job occupation or whatever you want to call it. This is harder than that. So you better respect it. If you don't get immediate results, man, it means you need to go come up with something. Go back to the drawing board. It doesn't mean now like it doesn't work or there's a secret, there's something you should know. That's a mentality you can have in the metrics. That's a mentality you can have at your 9 to 5 or the normal people, average people stuff. But then in trading, you need to unlearn a lot of things and become a different person, build a different you. That's what I've learned after trading for 2 years. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it was not an easy experience. I'm not where I'm not where I would want to be already, but I've seen a lot of improvement, after realizing that, okay, sharp, I need to become a totally different person for me to master this. Discipline is everything, guys. So I don't know how far you are into your trading career, but man, be ready. Be ready to take some few knocks, be ready to take a few lessons. And what I like about trading is it teaches you some things about yourself, teaches you characteristics that not even people who have been working in whatever for 10 years might know about themselves. I'm talking about even doctors, people who did PhDs and everything. There's a lot they don't know about themselves, but they can read a book. You understand? But then in trading, you can really know a lot about yourself, because the person that analyzes right now, right here, like this, is not the same person who takes the trade. Most of the time, they do totally different things. Like it's war between them, But man, that's the beauty of trading, man. Just appreciate the process. Do trading for what it really is. Don't try come here and think you're gonna, be able to make it by just placing a few trades, drawing a trend line and making money, and then if that was the case, everybody would be trading. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Man, look, I've been chatting. Sorry. I just, I just got carried away there, but appreciate y'all for sticking around, man. That says a lot about you. and you're really gonna make it far. I'm not even trying to lie to you or anything like that. On the daily, this is what we can see. Daily chart. This is what I'm seeing, and I'm not gonna lie to you. The bulls look strong. The bulls look strong. Look at this. Look at this. If you pay attention to the lows that have been forming in this area alone, you will understand what I'm talking about. Because there was a low here, and there's a low here. You understand? So really, the bulls are just too strong. Are overpowering the bears so much, and it even broke this range right here. We can call it a range actually. There was a range broke to the upside, and I doubt that this is a fake out. If anything, this candle is gonna retest and go back up. You understand? This was the lower high. This is the lower low, and this lower low is holding. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So which would make sense, despite the pattern that we just saw on the weekly, even on the daily. You see, despite this whole pattern right here, a young move to the upside would justify, this trend line right here. It would be the third touch on this one because we've already had our first touch. Second touch. Might be time to have our, third touch here. We don't know when it's gonna happen, but it might be that might be the move that we're about to experience. There's also some significant area right here. Support, it was resistance. Always look to your left hand side whenever you analyze, guys. Look to your left hand side of the chart, and it explains a lot. It explains a lot. This right here explains why this happened. So yeah, the move this week might really be to the upside, guys, at least until here. We don't know how the market is going to move, but then before the market drops, if it's going to make it to this line, it might as well touch this line for the third touch and continue dropping. You understand? But then because there's a lot of things to take into account, but then because you see, this might look like a proper, let me use this. On the grand scheme of things, this might look like a reversal, formation right here. This might look like a double bottom. Price might get to the line here. We don't know how it's gonna move. Get to the line here, and then start doing one of these right here. Break the lower high and go up. That's also possible. So let's just watch what the market does, and we react. What the fuck am I doing? And then our job is just to react, guys. We can't be predicting. We don't know anything. We're not in control of anything. Understand? So yeah, this is what I'm seeing with the dollar. But then if this is the move, what does that mean for the pairs we just analyzed? Right? If we're expecting price to at least come to this level, we're expecting price to be bullish for a little bit, right? Meaning we expect the GBPUSD to be bearish. Are we on the same page? You understand? Meaning we expect we expect the GBPUSD to be bearish, So we'll see what pattern forms and what confluences we gather here. I'm gonna update you during the week on what happened, what really transpired when the significant or the move for the week happens. That move usually happens on Wednesdays or Thursdays. But then when it happens, I'm gonna come back to you and show you what really happened and how we're gonna, how we can catch such moves going forward. But this was a good signal of this right here. this was a good signal of reversal. And this too right here, this too. So the dollar being bullish nyana for the week, or even for the entire time, we don't know how long it's going to be bullish, makes sense, because it really validates what we are seeing here. You understand? It really validates what we are seeing here, in a sense that the gold might really be going down. USDZAR might be going up, you see, as I really already suggested. And then this might also be going down, you know. So just like keep track, guys, of what's happening right now. And yeah, be patient. I'm also gonna be dropping soon, you know, a video on psychology. Just let me know, guys, if you are enjoying the content, if you want me to keep dropping, because, well, I'm gonna keep dropping, because another, you know, aim of mine here with this channel is to document everything on YouTube, because I'm not really the type to now be a mentor and, you know, tell people to subscribe to my mentorship and charge them about everything, because I know the content that I consumed and, you know, the knowledge that I have is free on the internet. A lot of things I learned on the internet. So why should I charge somebody, you know? So guys, that's it from me. Thank you for being sticking with me till this point. I really appreciate you. Just let me know what type of content you'd like me to cover. But I was really thinking of coming up with, you know, something different, like the psychology you need, because I really think that's where a lot of traders get it wrong, get it twisted. They think there's a lot that there's, you know, they think they only need that one secret and then they're gonna start making money, you know. So wait, you know, now I'm discovering new things while I'm talking. That line, this might also be a range, you know. So for the week, let's target this area right here, you know. Let's target this area right here. I mean, it might break it to the upside, right? The dollar might break to the upside and continue going up, but then let's just target this area, because a range might be forming, you know. But yeah, let's just watch closely, avoid predicting, just react. And yeah, man, see you in the next video. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let's grow this channel. This is literally a journey. I'm also going to be showing the accounts I'm going to be trading, because I do a little bit of account management, but I don't advertise that. Those are not the services I offer. I'm just trading someone else's account. So I'm going to be updating you guys on that. I'm also going to be trying a FTMO challenge soon, because I've been doing the trial one, you know, the free one. You don't have to pay for it. So I suggest that whenever we analyze, or whenever we see trades, or whenever we see potential moves here, those who are not familiar, just go on FTMO, get a trial account, and, you know, try the trading edge you're going to be building here. Just practice with that account and try to follow their rules and their objectives, and prepare yourself for a real account. And whenever you are lucky enough, or whenever you are fortunate enough to have $50, just buy the My Forex Fund evaluation account and get funded. That's the new way to make money out of, you know, nothing, you know, these days. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna be taking you through everything, all my funded challenges when I do get one. And yeah, it's gonna be exciting, man. I'm excited to share everything with you guys. Please like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate you for sticking until this far. And yeah, peace out.